you already know this, but I used to bounce bachelorette parties. I used to bounce bachelorette parties. So, we go to these parties and these women are getting married the next day. And uh, they may be double jerking or having sex in front of their friends. But the point is, in their mind, they convince themselves that they're single one last time. And then they feel like, okay, I had sex with the stripper, or I had strip with the stripper bouncer, or I made out with two of my friends when I got drunk, and now I'm getting married. So now this is my new life. So now I'm married. I'm not going to do it again, but it didn't count. But it did count because when you were at the bachelorette party, you were not single, you were still engaged. They forget about the ring. They say, this is my last, I got to live it up. No, you don't have to live it up. You're still engaged, though. It's not a free pass. They forget, but they forget that. They like, okay, this is my last hoorah. No, your last hoorah was before you got the ring.
Yeah. It's funny. It's just, what's funny about guys like us, or guys in general, is we just want a woman that's fucking decent. We just want a woman that's like not a piece of shit. Like has integrity, is not a liar, is not a fucking deceiver, is not a manipulator. But women nowadays are encouraged to be a piece of shit. Let me read these super chats real quick. Ricky Webster, $10 super chat. Props due to you both. Must respect. Thank you so much. AJ Matthews, $10 super chat. Thank you, AJ. MLD this month has been eye-opening and inspirational. Great perspective to move my game and frame. And then Mark Daniels from Mark's Inspiration, one of the newer leaders in my community. Great guy. $50 super chat. He says, women have not always been like this. Mark is 62, I believe, 62 or 63. He says, in the 70s, it was common for women to have 0 to 3 bodies at age 18 to 20. Now it's challenging to find one at that age with less than 10 to 20 bodies. And it's very, very true because, like I said, nowadays, the father's disrespected. The father is no longer in the home. Like I said, the girls that I know that are not sluts, that are not addicted to dating apps, that are not fucking lying pieces of shit, they have a father in their life that loves them and is respected in the household. Right? Those girls look at the dating apps like, ew, gross, dating apps. Or they'll look at, actually being a slut and being like, that's disgusting. Like, I don't want to do that. I actually have self-respect. But like I said, those girls are the new sluts, because back in our day, the sluts were the rare ones. You'd be like, yeah, you had to go find Sally who would jerk you off under the bleachers in the basketball, stadium. Or you would have to go find, Heather, who was pulling her titties out for everybody. And you're like, shit, let me go fucking, I'm using girls from my past. Yeah, go. I remember a girl named Heather, and she had these huge, huge tits. And I knew that another guy named Jonathan had made out with her and fucking pulled her tits out. And then I knew another guy named John that did it. So I was like, shit, I'm going to go fucking talk to Heather. And I went and talked to Heather, and we went to her house, and she put on fucking Limp Bizkit, and we were making out with her shirt off in 2002. And I saw these huge titties. I remember my stomach sank when I saw those tits, because I was like, yes, but that, like, nowadays, every girl's fucking hoe. And they all got some kind of slut past or some kind of mental hang up. And the men are the ones having to pick up the fucking pieces of it if they choose to do so, which leads me to my next point. You've pretty much given up on trying to have a relationship and family, right? Like, I think you mentioned this publicly before.
Companionship is what I'm open for. Companionship. So it's, it's different. Like, I have women who I love right now. So I don't. It's not that sort of thing. It's just a different type of vibe for it. The kids part, I don't know. I think when I get about 50, I know that seems crazy, but when I get around 50, and I'm probably living out the country or something like that around submissive women, I feel like I have enough game to peel me a nice little 20-year-old and maybe just okay, this is the best I want to say. Like I want to have a I want to, well, not want to, but I would have a child to push my legacy, but that's the narrative over a love child. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna meet a woman and that's I'm gonna fall in love so deep that I'm gonna want her to do it. It's more for my needs and not that. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
if I can handle it, I know how to do because I'm very anal about certain stuff anyway. Even like women who I made it dated single moms and stuff, right? A lot
Mm-hmm.
of times the reasons why we broke up wasn't because they weren't submissive. I didn't like the way that they interacted with their kids or trade. But I'm just very different because my mother was very sheltered with me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I told you, the virgin stuff. Like, I never seen a dude in my house at all. I never got
Mm-hmm.
introduced to mommy's friend. I never had a dude like, "What's up, little man?" I never, not like
Got it.
one or two, like none. So even when
Got
women
it.
introduce me to the kids, it kind of makes me feel a little funny
Mm.
because it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Because that's how I was raised. So
Right.
I would rather be a baller and be and have an arrangement more like we can co-parent, boom, 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 and rather than I don't think I'm just gonna like just love a woman so much and like I wanna do this with you like because it's not about even the woman. Like I'm very particular on what the kids watch, the hobbies that they do. Like
Yeah.
I had situations where I was dating a single chick and she was doing all the good stuff, but then her going back and forth with her kids would reek my skin.
Mm.
But they weren't my kids, so I couldn't step in or like I wanted to. I'd be real like, you're the dope. Why are you guys still having a conversation? I'm confused. Go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I did my homework. What? So then I look at this like I don't want her influence on my actual one. So I think I would want to have a kid, but I think it would be more of an arrangement because I do want to pass off my legacy. But I have friends who go through a lot of drama with this shit, bro. So my ego's in check. My ego don't be like, hey, that can't happen to me though. Like it can happen to me because they were once in love. When they had babies and stuff like that, or even people who were married, they were each other's favorite person at one point in time. You know what I mean? One of my close friends, he has a baby by um he met her through me, and she was a certain type of way, and he used to tell me she used to do stuff, and I was like, man, her no. And then when I went to court with him with her, I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Like I seen a whole different. This is one of my childhood friends. I actually
Yeah.
knew her before I knew him. And when I went to court and I seen that, and I'm looking at her like, who are you? Crazy. So bad. So yeah, I would be open to having a child, but I just think I'm gonna be one of those older distinguished guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I could just have one and kind of do my thing with it, and I'm cool if I don't, but or just a woman who's maybe on the same page, who just maybe wants the child but doesn't really want the relationship like that. We could work something out because I don't know. For me, a kid out of love giving her too much power to fuck with me. And that's what it
Mm.
boils down. It gives her too much power to fuck with me. It'll bring out the nicest ones because she could be submissive and I could be player, but you don't give a fuck about me. I know how to get your ass.
Hmm.
The little Afi, you want to play hardball? See, I don't even want to put myself in that position. I'd rather
Mm.
be like, hey, this my month, baby. Okay. And just leave it at that. Cause then, it's just little stuff, and then you have a kid and y'all break up and y'all can have a good situation with the good co-parenting, and then dum dum dum, your new girlfriend hotter than her. Now you've unlocked a whole different girl now. She's still single. Y'all have kid. Your new girlfriend hotter than her. Oh, you didn't unlock you have unlocked another person because some people aren't aware of who they are until circumstances come to fruition. So just like haters, right? Some haters don't even know they're haters until something happens. All haters wasn't the hating 6, 7-year-old and just hating all their fucking life. Not all the time. Sometimes your friends may not even be a hater. You know, Jonathan, like one of your school teacher friends, y'all could have been best friends. And Jonathan, y'all could have not had any problems throughout when you guys were teacher buddies. You feel me? Not even in college, none of that. But you doing this may create a hater in him.
Yeah.
Because he can't do it too. He don't know how to get the business mindset, the marketing, growing the following. You created that hater.
Yeah.
So y'all understand that people will become people based off of situations. So you think that person is something, and then you unlock something else.
Do you think that you're kind of leaning only towards the negative side? You're like not potentially looking at like the maybe what if the positive shit could happen? Like what if you could have a good woman and with a good baby, and she'd be like, you know, are you just worried about the risk too much?
I'm not worried about the risk. I just like control. That's what it's about. It's not about you gonna take half. You didn't hear me say nothing about divorce, did you? Half of my shit. It's about the control. So it ain't about she gonna hit my pockets, child. No, it's just about the control, man.
Really, I think you could handle it personally. I think you doubt yourself a little too much. I think you could handle it, but that's my opinion.
I'm particular, bro. Like I don't, because I'm a disciplinarian. If y'all can't tell, like I'm very, so it's just certain stuff. Like if I say go to bed, and then it just unlocks something else in me. Put it like that. If I gotta keep going over the same rules, and then the kid starts, oh, mom said that, it's gonna piss me off. I learned that from relationships. I was in relationships before, and I thought love conquers all. And then these kids came involved, and then it's like it'll make me resent them if they don't do certain things.